I am Carrie Whitsell, and today I'm going to be presenting to you an action research project that I conducted in my PreK VE classroom, the effects of mindful, calm breathing. The purpose of the research was to determine if consistent use of calm classroom and the technique of calm breathing would increase emotional self-regulation in my students in a PreK VE classroom. VE is varying exceptionalities. The action research work was measured and done by evaluating and documenting when students used the calm breathing techniques and strategies and the calm corner to de-escalate from tantrums and if they were successful. The research question for my action research was, how will the intervention of mindful calm breathing increase emotional self-regulation in students in a PreK VE classroom who have aggressive outbursts? In the literature review, I found several studies related to calm breathing and emotional regulation in children in primary and secondary classrooms. One of the most important and valuable were from Thompson in 2021, which found that aggressive outbursts often hinder children with disabilities, including children with autism spectrum disorder and children with self-regulation skills and social skills development that is lower in children with developmental delays. If they were allowed and taught calm classroom strategies like the one in my study, students with disabilities made progress in emotional self-regulation and managing their emotions, thoughts, and feelings. The key findings and relevance from the literature review correlate to the action research project that I did, as mindful calm breathing can affect children's emotional self-regulation in positive ways. It helps them to maintain emotional self-regulation, recover from trauma, and develop fidelity to calm classroom techniques that will actually last a lifetime. The literature also supports that teaching these skills to younger children, like the students who are a part of my action research project, would help them to experience less aggressive outbursts in the classroom and at home. As they navigate their emotions with tools and strategies, they became more successful in emotional self-regulation. The research design that the teacher, myself, implemented was mindful calm breathing using calm classroom lessons with breathing exercises and movement. The study was conducted in my classroom, a self-contained PreK VE classroom, meeting varying exceptionalities. Children with disabilities such as autism spectrum disorder, language disorders, and emotional and behavior disorders, all in one classroom. The children who were a part of the study were 4 and 5-year-olds, which included 4 males, and all had behaviors, which included positive behavior support plans. The breathing exercises that I led were mindful calm breathing exercises, including belly breathing, blow the candle, and big happy breath. The Calm Classroom, Mindful Calm Classroom interventions were taught 3 times a day with fidelity in whole group, and then individually as needed for participants in the study as part of their Calm Corner emotional self-regulation break. The methods and procedures that I collected included triangular data on the mindful calm breathing, which consisted of parent and caregiver interviews, pre and post intervention, a frequency chart on the mindful calm breathing technique use, and a student self-reflection sheet to be used after practicing the calm breathing techniques, and also looped together to find out what the triangulation would show. The first data source, a parent and caregiver interview, consisted of a 5-question paper interview and asked parents questions such as, does your child use calm breathing techniques at home? The second data point was a frequency chart that I collected to mark and tally all of the students' calm breathing technique use during an average day. The children were also given the opportunity to express their self-regulation feelings after using Calm Classroom with a third data point, which was a student self-reflection sheet. This was based on student responses to their feelings after practicing calm breathing and de-escalating after a tantrum or aggressive outburst. From the caregiver interviews at pre and post intervention, there was great progress made from students who participated in the study. One of the most significant outcomes from the study was the use of mindful, calm breathing increased with children who were participants in the study at home. 3 out of 4 students were practicing the intervention at home regularly. The other intervention progress that was made was in the data collection and frequency that children were using calm classroom techniques in the classroom. The study also found that the frequency of mindful calm breathing and the techniques that students used in the classroom increased to a consistent amount from the beginning of the intervention to the end of the intervention. There was a consistency of children using the intervention 8 times per week that was consistent across all students, from student A to student D. And finally, one of the most consistent and remarkable results that came from the data that was collected was that the 5 different emotions that children were expressing, mad, calm, good, happy, loving, and all rolled into one, relaxed, using calm breathing, increased into one emotion being expressed with self-reflection, and that was happy. Occasionally there were some answers where children still felt mad, which was okay. Part of the intervention that we used in Calm Classroom is that it's okay to be mad. We just don't hurt anyone when we're angry. The interpretations of results and findings were that caregiver interviews and data post-intervention revealed that children were, from the parents' perspective, getting better at expressing their emotions and having fewer outbursts. The growth that students showed from the frequency chart data was overall promising and consistent. That growth is vital to this research and future research, as the purpose of this study was to show an increase in emotional self-regulation for students in the frequency of using mindful calm breathing. Finally, the self-reflection data that was from student responses themselves was found that they were more likely to be positive, and those emotions include happy, relaxed, and loving. The implications based on this action research study are that mindful, calm breathing can affect children's emotional self-regulation in positive ways by helping them to maintain their emotions, self-regulate, recover from traumatic experiences, and develop fidelity to calm classroom techniques that can be practiced in the classroom and at home. The study also supports that teaching these skills to younger children who have varying exceptionalities and disabilities makes this study invaluable. The limitations of the study included finding and having the time to collect student responses, and also finding similar research in calm breathing and emotional regulation. One of the things that was found from the study was that longitudinal data should be and could be researched and found for children who are practicing Calm Classroom in a primary age, and if that classroom technique is still used later on, is it effective and can it help their self-regulation? It's also vital that we continue to do this longitudinal research to discover what lasting change emotional self-regulation can have on students with developmental delays and autism spectrum disorder and emotional and behavior disorders, especially in young children. Thank you for the time that you took today to listen and take part in evaluating my action research. I'm very proud of the work that I've done, and I can't wait to see how it will affect my children and future studies. And these are the references related to the study for the poster project. Once again, thank you for taking part and engaging in my action research.